Ladies and gentlemen, Baltimore County Executive Kathy Klausmeyer.
Good morning, and it is a good morning this morning. Last year it wasn't, but we're here to continue and think about what's ahead of us in the next few years. I first want to say my condolences are with all of those that have passed on the bridge and their families. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. I want to thank Governor Wes Moore for being here and pulling everyone together. And I just have a few words that I just want to read. I'm the newbie on the block. That's all I kept thinking today, because I was sitting in Annapolis with my colleagues that morning, and I think someone said Senator Saling is here and Delegate Metzger. And Senator Saling got up and he started to speak, and you could have heard a pin drop because it was such an event of horror, and just, we were all speechless. But I just am grateful that we're all here today, and I want to thank Governor Wes Moore for gathering us and for his continued efforts to help our region recover. Thank you as well to all our federal, state, and local community partners. And I just want to say, I was with County Executive Olszewski just the day before this happened, and my heart went out to him the next day when it happened. It was just so unbelievable to think about. And as I said, it was he and the mayor and County Executive Pittman that I kept thinking of because of the connection of the bridge. Together, we are emerging from this disaster stronger and more resilient than before. We still have many steps ahead of us, but we are recovering thanks to our community and our partners. So thank you to all for all the efforts, and please continue to keep everyone affected by this disaster in your prayers, and let's move forward as we go along. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott.
Good morning. This morning, I am grateful to be here this morning, surrounded by so many individuals who made up the original team that responded to this unthinkable tragedy. And when I think of that team, Mr. Governor, I want to say thank you, to the Admiral, to every single person, because when you think about what we were facing that morning, I would not go into any battle with any team other than the one we went through, because every single individual gave their heart for these families, for our city, for our state, and our region. So thank you, everyone. It is impossible for me this morning to not be reflective of the moment that I received that first call from our Fire Chief, James Wallace, who explained the situation as his team was already being dispatched as some of the first on the scene. And I want to thank every first responder from every agency, from every branch of government for your bravery and your work in some of the most challenging conditions that anyone has ever seen or worked in. In that moment, I once had him repeat himself to ensure that I got it right. And we both knew at that very moment that our city and our state will be waking up to a very different reality than when the sun set a few hours before. As we spent those first few minutes and hours together across the water from here at Fort Armstead Park, city, state, and federal teams were already coming together. Everyone working on the scene shared that same priority: those men that we lost in the water. Sadly, that day, I had to remind far too many casual observers that that's where our focus was and where it should remain. But I never had to remind those who were on the ground, risking their own lives and health to bring home to their families Alejandro, Dorlian, Maynor, Carlos, Miguel, and Jose. Families, we made the commitment then that this city and state would wrap our arms around you and stand alongside you and provide whatever support you needed for however long you may need it. We stand by that commitment today, and I'm honored that we had the opportunity to grieve together as we remember the men they were, not just the thing that happened to them. Thank you. While this day is a day of mourning, it is not a day of grief alone. It is a day to commemorate the strength, resilience, and that Baltimore grit that we showed the world in that moment. So many times in Baltimore's history, we faced setbacks or what some say were insurmountable challenges. But every single time in our history, we've overcome those challenges without a doubt. The partnership that helped us navigate through this crisis of this bridge collapse was yet another example in a long list of examples of how strong we can be when collective action brings us together. What I saw in the minutes, hours, days, and weeks following the Key Bridge collapse was an entire country unified in understanding and in action. That is a unity that is all too rare today. And I always will be empowered knowing that we still have the capacity to come together that way. As we look towards the future, a bright one filled with progress for our city, a new bridge to reshape our skyline, and a strong port to continue our centuries-long tradition, the memory of those Marylanders we lost, and the knowledge that we still have the capacity to come together to fight for one another is what I will carry with me more than anything. So thank you to everyone who played a role. Thank you to everyone who rallied for these families in their most devastating moment. Thank you to the communities who came together to keep each other afloat when livelihoods were at stake. Thank you to every first responder and salvage worker and engineer who risked their own safety for all of us. And thank you to the leaders who had the vision and the humility to prioritize the things that matter. Every part of this massive machine that mobilized after this tragedy helped the grit, charm, and greatness of Baltimore shine through to the world once again. We have all proved together that Baltimore is always safe to bet on. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anne Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman.
Morning. I represent the 600,000 people who live across the bridge to the south. Anne Arundel County, whose North County neighborhoods began to truly thrive when the Key Bridge was built, and they could get to the jobs, the steel mill and the Port of Baltimore. I will never forget the phone calls that night, first from my friend, Mayor Brandon Scott, then from my friend, Governor Wes Moore, and from my friend, County Executive Johnny Oszewski, and then our fire chief, Tricia Wolford, whose divers were en route already that night. And then our police chief, Amal Awad, who was at the site with our Northern District Commander and our Homeland Security team. And of course, our Chief Administrative Officer, who does not seem to sleep. I mostly tried to stay out of the way as Governor Moore stepped up and showed the world that government works. The Coast Guard, Army Corps, State Transportation, State Police, all of the public servants at the federal, state, and local levels can do seemingly impossible things together to find and bring home to the families the bodies of beloved men who are working to improve the bridge that we depend on, and to clear the channel faster than anyone thought possible so that international trade could resume at the Port of Baltimore. I took pride in the way that our workforce development team, economic development team, and Social Security agencies stepped up to serve county residents whose livelihoods were threatened by closure of the port and the loss of the bridge. But the greatest impact, the part that moved me personally, and that spoke to our county, our region, our state, and our country, and the world, was who it was that was working that night, who it was that was tending the bridge over our river, who it was doing work that needed to be done, work that most of us lack the skill and the drive to do. It was men from El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico. Each one of them had crossed our southern border looking for a better life for their families. Each one of them was on that bridge making life better for the people who live here, better for Marylanders, better for Americans. They didn't choose to sacrifice their lives for our country, for our bridge, but our country noticed that they did. Our country needed to see that. Miguel Angel Luna lived in Glen Burnie, in the northern part of Anne Arundel County. His extraordinary wife, Maria del Carmen, runs a small business selling delicious food out of a food truck, Salvadoran food. I spent May 11th last year at Miguel's memorial service and burial. I felt the love and the strength of los salvadoreños que viven en nuestro condado. Their culture, their community, their love makes us stronger. Yo quiero decir a todas las familias que está aquí hoy, te queremos aquí. Tú haces que nuestra comunidad sea mejor. Y también el pueblo unido jamás serán vencido. The people united will never be defeated.